takes a while to get back to headquarters, but eventually you make it back. The shuttle lands just outside of headquarters. Doors open, and you guys are able to come in. And hey, you're back at headquarters. Bunker, sweet bunker.
We check in.
Okay.
Yep.
Red Iron, whoever we need.
Yeah, he's there. He's close by. He comes up. He was giving some instructions to a subaltern. Again, if you remember, there's all of these little cylindrical subalterns, which is the Lancer word for robot. Kind of walking around, doing stuff, helping the engineering team. So he kind of finishes with the one he's talking to, walks over to you guys, says, "Gentlemen,
Sir?
I see you're mostly in one piece."
Yeah.
Kind of the story of my life.
We have run into some issues, so it's going to be a bit before your next mission, which is good because Dr. Mondragon is still adamant about you resting.
Right.
If we can, we might be able to get some of you some time to go back home, except, unfortunately, for Tucson and bandwidth. Obviously, bandwidth's home is very far away. For a lot of the time, Tucson's home is within a somewhat difficult radioactive zone, not dangerously radioactive, just difficult to have radio communications with. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on it.
Well, that's okay. I knew what I was signing up for.
You can still drop them a message. It'll just take a bit for it to get there and for them to get back. But for now, I strongly recommend that the two of you, motioning to Dr. Bees and Tucson, get to the infirmary.
Of course, sir.
Yeah, I'll make my way there.
Once you get to the infirmary, Dr. Mondragon comes out, says, "Boys,
Doctor,
let me have a look at you." And, she's going to grab Tucson first, spend some time looking at your hands, and basically put a sort of clean it up again, and put a sort of like mesh over it, like a stretchy mesh. She says you should have more freedom of movement with this, but it'll have the same medicinal properties as the mittens.
Oh, yeah, this is much better.
Yeah, I don't want to see you near the shop. Okay, this is not. You can't operate a arc welder or whatever you boys do with your mechs. You need to rest. You need to let this heal.
All right.
Kind of once you're done, she walks over, gets Dr. Bees, looks at his back, says, "This is not too bad, but again, I'm going to recommend bed rest. I'm going to give you a shot. It'll help to heal things a little faster and should keep the pain to a minimum, but just because it doesn't hurt doesn't mean it's healed." And
of course
she
not.
gives you a shot without too much warning, but it doesn't hurt too bad. Like a subcutaneous kind of thing. And then she will wrap a bandage sort of all the way around your torso, not covering a lot, just enough so that, that thing is covered. And obviously, there's no easy way to just do that without going all the way around. So she says you won't need those bandages for very long. Let's just keep it bandaged until tomorrow. And then whenever you take a shower or whatever, you can take them off and that'll be fine. Let me know if you have any questions.
How long do I need the bed rest?
Well, I wouldn't do any less than a week. So, I'll send my recommendations to Red Iron, but I don't know. I don't know when your next mission's going to be. So hopefully he'll take this into account if he's gearing up for something soon. All right, you can go.
All right. Guess I'll head to my quarters then.
Yeah. As you head out, you can hear her talking to Absab, just kind of making polite chit chat with him. What does everybody else do while Tucson and Dr. Beast are getting checked out?
Well, probably just clean up first, so the doctor has time with her two patients, and then at some point I need to go and visit her and see about this implant thing, because I'm kind of nervous about people messing with my brains.
Okay. Yeah, she's available. She walks you into the clinic and says, all right, so yeah, we're looking at a pretty standard neural implant. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, is this going to impact my everyday abilities to function? Is there a chance that this might go wrong and you're down a pilot?
Well,
I mean, I've had broken bones. I've had, stitches, and I point down to, place on my arm. There's a screw holding this part of my bone together, but that's about the extent of it, Doc.
mm-hmm. Well, in medicine, there's always a possibility that something could go wrong. But this is a fairly well-known procedure. So I have performed them in the past. You don't need, because we already have everything mapped, we would have obviously we would analyze the structure of your skull and medulla and brain before we went in so that we knew what we were looking at. And then we would basically what we'll do is there's a cord to the implant, which will go in and get connected to part of your brain here.
Mm-hmm.
And she shows you a tablet and shows you where it would go. And then we're going to print the casing for it around it so that it fits perfectly to your skull and musculature and skin. And then we'll close it up, leaving a little port here where you can actually physically plug into your Mac or a handful of other things that would allow you to plug in like that. If you ever wanted to have something that would like maybe directly allow you to interface with most computers or something like that, we could add that in later. It would just be like, so this is basically only a female port. We can also give you a male port that you can use to like, you could actually like pull out and plug into things. If you wanted, but I would say let's do this one first. That part is actually much easier. You basically just have to like switch the faceplate, change a couple of things internally, but it would not involve neurosurgery to change that.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then once it's in, it's going to, I mean, it's surgery, so your body is going to be stressed and tired afterwards. But it shouldn't take very long for you to recover. These guys, she like flips through some stuff in the tablet and she like shows it to you again. Nowadays, these things have like huge functionality, and you see a lot of like basically it's like a brochure from SSC that shows you like all the cool stuff you could do with your implant. So I would say If you want to read this, that's fine, but I would talk to Bandwidth, who himself has an implant, about what to expect.
Right.
But again, this is nowadays it's a fairly common procedure, and it should actually really improve your ability to control your mech once you get used to it.
Sure. That's what Bandwidth. I was already asking him some questions when we were down on Haunted Island, and that's kind of what convinced me to go ahead and do this procedure. So I suppose whenever you have time,
Okay.
it's gonna. Also, I don't have a mech right now to interface with, so it's not like an urgent need.
Sure. We can do it first thing tomorrow if you
Okay,
want.
that sounds good.
Yeah, that way you can get some rest, and I can reread the materials just to be sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And I go off looking around for Sood.
Sood?
Yeah, Sood.
Okay. You find Sood.
Hi,
He
Sood.
is cracking into a GMS rations tray.
That looks appetizing.
I don't think it looks appetizing, but it's definitely filling.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have time to enjoy too much food on a haunted island, so I've really got nothing to compare it to there. So,
Yes, I
Yeah.
heard you had some issues,
well, yes, I met with SSC.
right?
Yeah, and so it looks like we're going to be doing some upgrades.
Okay. Well, it should greatly improve your ability to control your mech.
Right.
Once you get used to it. And there is a bit of a learning curve, since part of what it does is it moves some of the things that you would normally do instead of like reaching over and pressing a button to call up a screen. The screen would just be called up, and actually it's going to create sort of an augmented reality interface
Oh,
that you
okay.
can see through your eyes.
Okay.
So
And-
that'll depend on how much functionality you want to transfer to it. Some people they just handle everything through that.
Mhm.
So if they take a call, they simply see it in their brains, I guess. So that'll be up to you. And that's something that you yourself can do by selecting options, doing some very light programming, and we would help you, of course, if you need anything.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
I believe we're pretty close to getting your licenses. So once your mech is printed, you'll be able to at least take some time to play around with it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that if you're in the middle of a battlefield and you decide that you don't want to use that, you can always just transfer everything to a manual setup again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should be great. And I just, think about what I want to activate, and it activates.
That's right.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get that cool cockpit that you were eyeing, but the new mech should be pretty cool.
Well, that's all right. You should have all of the options for your mech that you want to have, since you're the one that's actually going into combat with it. So that's all right.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I look forward to seeing the new mech when we finally are able to get it built.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Bye.
And I just
He goes
go
back
back
to
to
his
my
lunch.
room and
Yeah.
I go back to my room and I pull out a little rubber ball that I picked up while I was walking the streets of Haunted Island, and I just sit down on the floor and I just bounce the ball on the floor off the wall and back into my hand, and just continue to repeat that for a while.
Okay.
It is a soothing practice.
What else? Who haven't we heard from? Impact and or Bandwidth?
Go ahead, Ben.
Okay. Well, yeah. If I can get to a console without, getting in the way of any operations or anything, I definitely want to check the routines I had put into place previously to see if there's any chance that it would have been scanning in the Haunted Island area at the time that the incursion happened, or if there's any other possible positive detections that it registered.
Yeah, there's definitely some data there. Like, definitely something to like sit down and analyze.
All right. Yeah, so I definitely want to analyze and see if I do think that this does seem to be the same phenomena that I ran into earlier. See if it's seems like someone has managed to recreate and weaponize that particular technology, if it is identical, or if this is just something of similar. And if so, I mean, I'll be probably drafting up an email, probably to BISC, unless there's someone else I think would be better contacted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get some equipment to read for such things happening on Haunted Island, maybe be an early detection system, or, and if possible, maybe even the stabilization routines I had, created previously, see if maybe this could be refitted into some sort of a like counter intrusion measures.
Okay.
That'll be what I'm working on.
You get started on that. Send some messages out. Start crunching some data.
Yummy data.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
What's for my previous reports? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other one. Is that because there was something like an incident that happened, you will get a message from AppSap that says Red Iron and Ingrid would like an after-action report. Please nominate who will conduct the
Bandwidth.
report. Hey, look, everybody says bandwidth again.
All right. Well, I will copy and paste some of this stuff I've already been writing up and reformat it into after action report to submit to Red Iron as well. And be noting that I'm also looking into possible early detection, or hopefully in best case scenarios, counter intrusion methods to prevent future events such as that.
Sounds good. What's Impact doing?
Well, I don't know. Do I know the status of any licenses that I may or may not have licensed in my licensing license?
You can check.
I'll start there.
Yeah, Red Iron probably knows, and the engineers know because they can't start working on things until the license comes down.
I'll head down and check out the engineers then.
When you get there, Kimber is there. She's redhead, light skin, used to be a pirate. She's wearing her jumpsuit and is sitting on top of some sort of console and has her legs crossed and is like messing with some sort of smaller console, which she's like kind of resting on one knee and like unscrewing something and pulling it out and looking at it and setting it aside and stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Blowing on it. Oh, hey, Impact.
Hey. How's it, Kim? You're Kimber. Okay. Yes. I remember. I know these things. I was just coming down to check and see if we'd heard anything on licensing, as I'm currently down an armored thing to pilot, which makes an armored pilot feel less useful.
I'm sure we could find a use for you if it came down to it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm pretty sure the only thing we're waiting on is sort of final approvals from the chain of command. It's above Ingrid's head, but yeah, we put in the request a long time ago. They should be about ready to go.
Okay. So no news is good news in this case.
Yeah, right now, we have been able to work a little bit on Tucson and Dr. B's mechs because they have, I guess, proprietary systems, if you can call them that.
Hmm.
But so, yeah, so sorry, we're waiting on your stuff to come down from IPSN.
It happens. Well, heck, then there's nothing fun.
Actually, I was getting ready to do some ballistic tests if you want to help with that.
Oh, now you're speaking my language. What are we ballisticating?
Well, we've got this new polymer that we're trying to see if it makes sense to put onto the heavy shuttle because the heavy shuttle, can actually get shot at while it's dropping you guys. So,
Right.
this would sort of go on the belly. It's lighter than what we have now, so it would be more maneuverable, but we're going to shoot it with progressively larger caliber weapons and see what happens.
Oh, you have definitely found your man.
All right, well, let's go. She because this is like her work area. She sniffs around and pulls out a pair of very regular kind of safety glasses.
Mhm.
Hands them to you. Puts them on herself. She's like, "Yeah, this should be fine."
Sure, that'll work.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be any problem.
And she leads you to the mech hangar where they started to set that up, and both Duari, who is the very pale guy who has kind of built-in goggles, is
Mhm.
already there, and Chio, who is kind of she's not officially the boss, but she definitely puts out boss energy. Not hey, everybody needs to respect me, but I know what everybody's doing, so it's easier to go it's starting to be clear that it's easier to go through Chio than it is to if you need something official for the engineering department to do. They're having a conversation when you guys approach, and Duari looks over to you and he's like, "Impact." Okay, so it doesn't have to be official, but I think that you guys should start calling us boffins.
All right.
See,
like the
he
sound of
likes it. She's like, "Yeah, but we all went to school for this. We're engineers. It's okay just being engineers." She's like, "Yeah, but boffins is shorter and it's old timey, which is fun. You know about fun?" She's like, "Yeah, I know about fun."
And it's probably going to be easier to copyright, too, If you put something in there like the bad boffins or the bronze boffins, that way it's you specifically, and you don't have to be like, we are the engineers. You can be something really flashy. I'm telling you, a name is half the battle.
Chio sighs in resignation and says, "All right, let's start shooting this thing." Juari grabs an assault rifle, hands it to you, and points at what essentially to you looks like a big wall made out of this sort of blue, kind of indigo colored material that appears to be kind of plastic. He has a line that they spiked down. So there's a marking, and then he rolls out a shield, a transparent shield, for you all to stand behind with a loophole. Right? Is that what those are called? For you to poke the gun through.
Porthole, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
remember. And specifically in a shield, it might be called something else. So yeah, you get to shoot at a thing for a while.
I'm going to shoot. Not only that, I might possibly show off.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No, that's fine.
A little showing off, Can't kill anybody.
Yeah, after a little while, you definitely get from Chio's like, please try to aim for center mass for now. We need to get, like, we're taking ballistics data,
Hmm.
so we're trying to just keep it consistent.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that little guy over there. That's fine. Okay, so center mass. And then I try and shoot center mass and see if I can keep everything in as tight a space as possible.
Okay.
In theory, all the bullets in one hole.
Yeah, you're pretty good at this. So definitely the first, basically you start out with an assault rifle and then they like basically hand you a like an underslung minigun and they like change the configuration of the shield. So that one is very difficult to aim.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, all right, let's move on to mech caliber weapons. And they take off the piece that they were firing at and bring out a new one. And then, yeah, basically they've rigged because the engineering department has their own mechs, but they're like little, they're basically size 1/2 mechs is what they were using to like cut through the vines outside to drain the reservoir. So they basically rigged one into basically a tripod, like it's the mech, but it also has like a back leg that extends out so that it doesn't fly off. And they've rigged a heavy machine gun to it for you to like get into and fire.
I shall do that.
Okay.
This is a lovely way to spend an afternoon.
Oh yeah, and yeah, they really only have like 3 sizes of mech weaponry, but you get to shoot some mech weaponry at like a square.
That's nice.
Some good bonding time with the
boffins. The bronze boffins. Yeah.
Bronze boffins.
Or the bad boffins. I don't know. It's a toss up right now. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what
sticks. I mean,
we'll see what floats up. Yeah.
I was almost Crash for a good 3 months, and then
right.
I upgraded to a much, much better code name. So
yeah,
these things are always in a state of flux.
Yeah, much more like a font, less like a marsupial.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of the night goes. Have I forgotten anyone? Got 2 doctor's appointments, consultation, some nerd stuff, and some gun. No, I think that was everybody.
Nerd stuff, gun stuff. Yeah, we're good.
By the way, have you guys been looking at or do you still have access to the calendar?
The calendar?
Has not been looking.
Okay. So there is a calendar for this game.
Like Operation Dinner Plate was canceled.
That's right. That was the operation that you guys almost went on. It's in the chat. I can put it on the Roll20 too.
Nope, that's fine. Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of. Would we be of clearance to know like what was the resolution of the like electromagnetic weapon or whatever it was
that you were gonna hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing has been done to it so far. Like because you guys missed your window.
Still taking operation.
They're basically like reshuffling and probably gonna try to get like a Marine team to like go in and do something to it, or maybe try to, because they've infiltrated, like that they have like agents inside the Magellanic army, so maybe try to like sabotage it from the inside or something. But yeah, like running in and blowing up whatever that thing was gonna be, like got scrapped for now. Maybe it'll happen later.
Right.
So yeah, while we're here, I'll point you to the fact that it's year 440.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Infantzonian calendar. So like Union people basically pretty much completely, like when Union is trying to like do a thing in a planet, they change pretty much everything they're doing to like the local stuff. Here on the calendar, you will be able to see that again is year 440. It is currently the 4th day of early spring. So the months are, so the months are early, mid, and end. So, and then the season. So the year starts in midwinter, then end winter, then early spring, mid spring, and end spring, early summer, midsummer, and end summer, early autumn, mid autumn, late autumn, and then early winter at the end of the year. The map also has. Say what?
I think I went to high school with a guy named Early Winter. That's not a joke. I think I did.
Nice. The map also has the phases of both moons. If you hover your cursor over them, it'll tell you which moon it is and what the phase is. This is kind of a fun thing to have. It's not that important because the moons are rotating around the planet. So you might have a mission in which you are going in while Perfidia is at a full moon, and then another one in which it's at a new moon, and it's because it's just going to be in a different place, and that's the place you have to hit at that time. So don't worry too much. I just have them there so that, if you're ever down on the planet and you look up, I could actually tell you exactly what the face of the moon is, since the moons are like important for the game. They're also like sort of thematically important, so that's available as well.
Is this something that is part of Lancer rules, or is this a Rodrigo?
No, I made all this up.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
cool.
all I had to do was look at the word Thorpe's Day, and I'm like, oh, this is a Rodrigo thing.
I will also
prefer Snackter Day.
Yeah, yes, I'll point out that the days of the week in Infanson are Moon Day, Tuesday with a CH, CHEWSDAY, Wags Day, WAGSDAY, Thorpe's Day, just sounds like it's spelled, Froy Day, FROYDAY, Snackter Day, also sounds like it's spelled, and Zomb Day, ZOMB.
Not sure I'm going to like that day.
Yeah, well, there's a Zomb Day every week, so.
Yeah, I mean, you get used to it.
It's
like that, that
for
cat in the Hollows who doesn't like Zomb Day.
Yeah,
you know the one.
For those of you that are joining Captain Nick Buckendorf's amateur infants on anthropologist club, you can probably tell that these are sort of weird echoes of Cradle culture that have made it all the way here. Especially, interestingly, the seasons of the calendar, because if you'll recall, Infanson actually has much milder seasons, or like much harder to tell seasons. So cold places tend to stay cold all year. Hot places tend to be hot all year. There are like ocean currents, and because there's two moons, tides and stuff are affected in a weird way. So you do get some sort of seasonal changes. But generally, the tilt of the planet is lower than Cradle's, aka Earth. So you would think that they wouldn't necessarily name things after the seasons if the seasons are harder to tell, but this also seems to be some sort of vestige. So now that you guys have access to that, bookmark it or put it somewhere where you can find it, because we might reference it again. So the next day rolls by. Let's go ahead and talk about what Chameleon is doing to prepare, unless we want to like...
just a little hyperventilating, but other than that, fine. He's fine.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong. It's not like I haven't had, parts of me sewn up and opened up and whatnot. But yeah, everything's fine. It's going to be fine. It's perfect. There's a 12-page pile of paper on my desk. My last will and testament by MLT00 Chameleon. To whom it may concern.
Now, has Chameleon been open about what he's doing? Do we know this?
He might have mentioned
Bandwidth
it to the
does.
group. Bandwidth
Yeah,
definitely
Bandwidth
does.
does. And you guys were all in the car with me when we were driving away, and I said, "Oh, I'm supposed to get my
That's
brain
right.
implant."
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So maybe Impact might go and check in and say, "Hey,
Oh, hey.
how you feeling?"
Oh, I'm doing fine. It's a great day. Great day to have your brains opened up.
Listen,
It's Zom Day after all.
it is. I do like a Zom day. Here's the thing. I've had a couple of these myself. And you know what they say always, prepare for the worst, expect the best. I have had stuff in and out of my brain. That's why I got all the stuff and the cables, and it's okay. I promise. In some cultures, this is something that you would have done years ago. So it's not something that you need to freak out about. Sometimes there's side effects. I can't say, the last letter of the alphabet anymore, but I don't argue about one lowy letter, It's okay, it's a joke. You didn't.
No.
Yeah. I walk over to the table and I go to page 3 on my stack of paper, and I just pull it out and wad it up, tear it into pieces, and throw it in the trash.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is you're going to be all right. We got your back. I trust that doctor. Well, I mean, she nearly killed all of us before she saved us. If nothing else, I mean, we would have been out on a mission before this had come down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
Thank
You're good.
I do that thing that I learned from Mother Rose, where when she's done talking with you, or she's done with you, she kind of stands up and kind of guides you out the door.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm excellent at ignoring those. Okay, I'll go. Seriously.
Thank you. Have a good day. No, thank you. I understand. Yeah, no, I understand. Everybody says it's fine, but it's the first time is the hardest time, especially on Zom Day.
That's true. All right. So I exit. Stage left.
I follow and the exit, and I go down to see the doctor.
Okay. You go down to the clinic. Abzab is there at the reception desk, a little hologram globule, and he says, "Hello, Chameleon. Are you ready Are you ready for your surgery?"
Yes, I am.
Let him through, Abzab. Please enter the clinic.
And I enter. Whoosh.
Okay. When you enter, you see that there is sort of a few new pieces of equipment. One of them is a bed, sort of like a massage bed, where you would lay down on your face, and it has a little loop.
Hole. Yeah.
Yeah, that you can put your face through.
Oh, Tank's been using this all wrong.
There's also now a very large sort of like boom arm connected to the ceiling.
Yeah.
That ends in what to you looks like a drill.
Oh. I examine that drill closely.
Okay. It's not a drill. It's actually because it doesn't drill, it cuts. Basically, it has a part that cuts, and then that part can be sort of put back, and then it like basically has a printer, like a little tiny, like almost like basically needle-sized printer nozzle.
Oh, okay.
And that printer nozzle also has like it is itself in a movable assembly, so that the whole arm doesn't have to move to print something. It can just like make little micro movements to adjust or whatever. The doctor is there along with a couple of subalterns that look a lot cleaner than the ones that are walking around outside. Not that the other ones are dirty, but these look like they've been like recently sterilized.
Nice. Hello, doctor.
Hello. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Right.
I lay down on the thing.
She first she has you take your shirt off, and she gives you kind of a like a medical gown kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Tank's been wearing these all wrong.
yep. I mean, you don't have to like take off your pants or anything, but
How are they going to get to his brain?
and basically you
Stephen
lay
walks over
down.
to his pile of papers and pulls out
Yeah.
page number 3 and wads it in the trash.
The doctor says, "All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to anesthetize you, and then we will make an incision, drill into the back of your skull, install the device, print a housing around it, close up, and then you will wake up naturally after you're given I don't know, I forget what the wake up juice is called that the anesthesiologist give you, but yeah. So it should only take a couple hours. You should be awake here within 4 hours.
Sounds good.
All right. If you're ready, we'll get started.
Yeah. Let's get started.
Okay. Yep. She like has like a little gun type thing, and she plugs you in the arm, and she says, "All right, do me a favor and count backwards from suddenly you Chameleon wakes up.
Ah,
You find yourself in a completely white room, except you can't see the edges of the room. You're just kind of standing on a white field.
okay. Hello. Am I dead?
Hello. You hear a voice.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, user Chameleon, to this SSC training program.
Oh, okay.
An icon appears in front of you that looks like like a stylized flower. You recognize it as the SSC logo. Please touch the logo when you're ready to start.
I reach out and touch the logo.
You suddenly find yourself sitting down at like a movie theater type place. And on the screen, there is like a very pleasant looking young gentleman. He says, "Hello. As you know,
Hello.
we are here because you are getting a new ontological implant. Would you like to know all of the ways in which mechs are controlled?"
Sure.
All right. There are 4, or technically 5, ways in which mechs are controlled. The first one is direct. And you see a diagram of like a very simple diagram of a like humanoid mech.
Mhm.
With direct control, the pilot controls each individual part of the mech individually. And you see the mech like basically like one of its hips lights up and it
Mhm.
lifts up that leg. And then one of like its knee lights up and it bends that knee. And then the foot lights up and it like turns the foot. And then the hip lights up again and starts to bring it down. And then the knee lights up, blah, 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 until like basically it's like very slowly taking a step. With direct control, each individual part of the mech is controlled. Now, almost like, or it says now, no human pilot ever actually uses direct control. It's too difficult and complicated. However, some NHPs that have the ability to do it actually do prefer to use direct control if they take control of your mech. Please see our literature on NHPs that may be available to you as a pilot for SSC. The next type
Okay.
of mech control is macro. Macro control is possibly what you would be most used to. It assigns mech functions to different ways of maneuver, or to different parts of your and devices in your cockpit. So you may have a lever to move your mech forward. You may have different speeds that are handled by buttons. You may have individual ways of moving your arms or shooting that are programmed to do it in a particular way. That is a macro control. And so it like shows you like this like string of text, and then like the string of text like flies into a little button. A hand from outside of the frame presses the button, and the mech like bends all the way down to its knees and jumps up and then lands. Right, to demonstrate like a jump is like built into the macro.
Okay.
The next
Very
type
familiar.
of the next type of mech control is haptic. Haptic controls translate human movement into mech movement. And it actually cuts to like an actual actual video of a pilot that is like in a suit, and then the suit is sort of like plugged into this like greater harness, and you see the pilot move his legs forward, and then behind him you see a mech start to walk forward. He like tilts his back, or like tilts back a little bit, moves his legs backwards. The mech starts to move his leg backwards, also imitating his hand gestures. Haptic controls are preferred by some pilots, but they are somewhat rare. They have some definite downsides like involuntary movements, or a few other problems that can, or like they have like a few other movements, or pilot exhaustion. Haptic controls are most often used by mech users that use very small mechs, like the Atlas. And it shows you a picture of the Atlas, which is like a super cool, like suit-looking mech. Like it would be difficult to actually call this a mech, even though it is. It looks like a muscular, rubbery suit with a cool helmet and a cool sword. And it's like, does some martial arts moves. The Atlas, now available from SSC.
All right. That's great.
The next type
Hey.
of mech control, yes,
Is there a button for pay for no ads?
that's a good one. The next type of mech control is ontological. Ontological control is what you are here for. Ontological control allows you to directly control a mech with your mind. It converts the stimulus from your brain into movements and options for your mech. The way we do it is by connecting these individual cables to the neurons on your head, and then translating that into different types of pulses. This is very advanced technology. We are very able to discern a impulse that might be a twitch away from something that might actually be you covering yourself or moving your mech ever so slightly.
Okay.
The next type is hybrid. Now, you see the handsome young man again. Now, I'm here to tell you something that you probably already know. Almost no pilots use only one type of control. Again, pilots in very small mechs probably use a combination of haptic and macro controls, so that they don't have to, for example, physically fire each of their weapons. They can have some sort of movement pre-programmed that fires weapons that are back-mounted or shoulder-mounted. Likewise, pilots who use the ontological bridge often will also set up macros or haptic controls. And it shows a pilot that is, basically leaning back. You can see that the back of their head is plugged into the mech, but they're still like moving the controls, and it like zooms out, and it shows this what you recognize as a swallowtail, which is the mech that Bandwidth has been piloting.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like turns its little turret. It doesn't look exactly like his. It has like different weapons on and stuff, but and it's painted differently. But it kind of turns a little turret head, looking around, and then like walks off. It's like the Swallowtail, now available from SSC.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much for enjoying this presentation. Do you have any questions about your new implant?
Is it going to be pretty clear how to use this once I plug in?
Yes, it actually includes a manual that you can access by simply thinking about the manual. You may do this now.
Okay. I think about the manual.
Okay. A little window floating in space appears in front of you, like a Windows window kind of a thing.
Oh, nice.
It's got a little menu with like a bunch of options. It's all in Prex, which is the language that you speak. And so there's like a little floating window that has some options for you.
Okay, I will peruse the manual for a moment, and then I'll close it up, and I will think exit.
Okay. You are now exiting the preparation program. Are you sure you want to do that? If you have any further questions, they can be answered here.
I don't. Well, sure. Let me just read the manual for a while as we fade out to someone else's adventures.
Okay. What's everybody else doing while Chameleon has brain surgery?
I'll be sitting in the waiting room.
Okay.
He seemed pretty worried about it.
As I scroll through various data.
You're also in the waiting room scrolling through data?
I'm probably in the mess or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Eating breakfast. Yeah.
In the lab, during the one chance that I have that the doctor won't catch me not on bed rest.
Smart.
Yes, I'll probably be in the waiting room as well.
Okay. Oh, so there you are with Tucson hanging out of the waiting room.
Yeah.
You guys
doing our thing. Talking about issues, talking about crazy cool medallions, whatever we do. I mean, I get that everybody's culture is a little different, but it's so strange to me that something as simple as an implant would be that big of a deal, you know?
Well, I do have a perspective on that. I got one against my will when I was a child, and I'll show my forearm. It was a tracking device to prevent running off after I did so a few times.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think in that point I definitely get it, but I don't know. I guess it's everybody has their thing. I'm so used to everybody having one, or well, not everybody, but to having the option to have one. A lot of people get one because it's easier if you're going to be switching from one machine to another. If you're doing something, today I'm running a bulldozer. Oh, today I'm in an endless giant demolition derby. Whatever it is that you're doing, it seems like it'd just be that much easier. I don't know.
Well,
we all have our thing.
Yeah.
Where's he from again? I can't remember.
Chameleon is from Mohan Garden.
Okay.
So if you look at the map, it's north of Neferia in like close to the west coast.
Okay. And is it just that he's really weirded out by people messing with his brain, or do we think that's like a cultural thing, or?
So he's basically from the. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rodrigo.
I mean, Chameleon is basically from the same culture as Impact, with maybe only a few differences. I think it's more that Impact was brought into an environment where like body modification was like a lot more common and kind of necessary in a lot of ways. So, I mean, he could definitely see, like, I don't see why people are so weird about this. Just like, if you were like a goth, like you walk in and it's like, I don't know why people are so weird about all my makeup and earrings. It's like,
Right.
well, if you're not a goth, like most people might be weird about the makeup and earrings, right?
That makes
I
sense.
mean, most people are fine with goths nowadays, but back in the day.
Space goth now.
Yeah.
Are they coast to coast?
God, I wish that was in character.
All right, you guys hang out for a bit.
Space News Week is something to read in there.
I mean, you guys have access to the BlinkNet, so you can find anything to read, almost.
Nice.
Bandwidth has gotten some data back. It's looking good or bad, depending on how you look at it, because it is very similar to the readings that you had previously. You also get you actually get a call from BIS. Like,
Yeah, answer it. Hey, hello, Bisque.
Yeah, so this data that you sent, I just had our swallow unit look at it. Where did you get where did you get the older sample?
Oh, did you know I was a member of a far field team?
Yeah, I think I maybe saw it in your file, but I sorry, I didn't have that present. You encountered this out somewhere?
Yeah, there's a really promising looking planet that we went to investigate. Really in the Goldilocks zone, atmosphere seemed to be good and breathable, but as we went to explore it, seemed to be hit by like weird reality storm. It is tough. We had to, figure out, how to stabilize basically our very, existence to be able to make an opening to escape. And so, yeah, that's where that data comes from. There is a report attached there if you want to read, in better detail, what all happened there. But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this isn't my field of expertise, but I can tell. Yeah, this is some serious paracausal stuff. Like just the energy necessary and the seeming energy output are things that if there was a way to reproduce this normally, would take just more than a city's worth of energy to generate. So I'm gonna send this off to another contact that I have and see if they have any insight. But we'll keep crunching the numbers and see if we can figure out anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, if basically you're able to verify what I fear here, fortunately, I might have to run up a flag on a person of interest potentially. This was fortunately, another member of my far field team. He's pretty much was the only person that I would personally know that if there was anyone that would be able to recreate such events, it'd be him. But he did disappear before we were all able to get out. And I thought I saw his mech and some images that I got from Penzon. That's
Wait, you thought whoa. You thought you saw his mech here in Penzon?
I believe so. I mean,
Whoa.
There's a picture, so.
Okay, all right. Well, that's very weird. Okay, I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
and I need you to take this as a scientist. Talk to a counselor about this,
Okay.
because there is a possibility that you were just stressed when you saw this. But also, it'll be good to establish a relationship with a counselor if this turns out to be like a thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be very weird and very strange for you. I'm sorry, I'm very busy with other projects. I definitely want to jump on this, but I'm gonna see who I can get you for this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you got someone you suggest, I don't know. Yeah, definitely take it under advisement.
Yeah. I'll stay on this. I'll send this to my friend and see what they can figure out. But yeah, if you got anything else or got any questions, yeah, don't hesitate to contact me. And I can send what I have so far to Absab so he can set it up for you however you want.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, I hope data helps.
Yeah, no, this is really interesting. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Think I'll take a little walk as I mull over things.
Okay.
I grab a little snack on my way.
Sure. All right, what's Dr. B's working on?
The designs for the new mech and weapons that he plans on having.
Okay.
Understanding that he does still need to actually limit himself in the lab, even while avoiding the doctor.
Yeah. Are you involving the engineers in this?
Whichever one strokes his ego hard enough.
Probably that would be Nell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Nell's in there. She's looking at your drafts and very meekly suggesting things like, this isn't gonna fit, or we're gonna have to like add something that like pivots this to actually get the drones out of like a mech that's so small, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
But generally going with the flow of whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Anytime she says something that's a no, it's like bip 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 bip. Anytime she says something that like, in order to make this work, we're gonna have to. It's like yep, keep those suggestions coming.
Right. Yeah. She figures it out after a while. Okay. While you're there, you also see that the shuttle has brought something in, and it appears to be a bunch of like really big wooden crates.
Were we expecting something now?
Oh, I think that's Tucson stuff. If you look at the crates, they have a symbol on them that looks kind of like an hourglass, like a very stylized hourglass.
Well,
back to work.
Yeah. I'll tell Mel to send him a message and then get back to work.
Okay. While Tucson is waiting, he gets a message.
I think I can use these newer gloves. I'll see if they work on the screen.
Yeah, they work.
All right. Hello?
Hey, Tucson, we just got some stuff in for you.
Oh. Very nice. Well, I seem to be okay over here. I'll be right there. I'll head over.
All right. When you get to the mech hangar, Duari is there inspecting the crates. Again, Duari is the pale guy with the cool goggles. Hey, got some new stuff for you.
Ah, I see.
Let's see what's in here. And he takes a crowbar and like starts to open it. And he like cracks it a little bit and he goes, bah! And like falls backwards.
Oh, yeah. That's some sort of brain tissues in there. Well, sort of.
Okay.
Do you know the Biggins? They have a decentralized nervous system because they had a central one. Sending a signal would take several seconds, if not longer, to reach their extremities. So, each individual limb thinks for itself.
Is that why this is pulsing?
Yeah, we needed to have ones that are still alive, and they're somewhat capable of thinking on their own. Kind of normal reflexes like move food towards the mouth, kind of thing.
Is this conversation happening remotely within earshot of Dr. B's?
Sure.
There is a doctor standing immediately behind Tucson.
Doctor, would you like to be involved in some surgery?
Absolutely.
I have some great ideas here I want to put into effect.
Well, you are a surprise.
Well, you run into things long enough and you start to learn some very good details about them and appreciate their capabilities.
Nell came with Dr. B's.
Better of.
Yeah.
Evening, Nell.
Hi.
Looks like we have a whole team together for this.
Suit says, hey, Nell, we're going to need more tanks. Can you go print some tanks? There's a lot of organic material that we're going to have to keep fresh.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, yeah, how big should I make them? Make them big!
It's in the name.
Here, you do the honors. And he hands you the crowbar.
Yeah, it probably won't be a problem.
All right.
I'll start up in the rest.
Yep. You guys get to looking at some monster chunks.
Oh boy.
Definitely at some point while you guys are working, one of you can look up at like the entrance to the hangar and see Bandwidth with like a cup of coffee, like walk by, like wide-eyed, like he's thinking about something. He just like walks by.
Maybe he's filling out the reports for our last mission.
Couldn't it have been done with those by now?
I don't know. I hadn't had to fill one out yet.
Sab, who is still always at the reception desk at the clinic, turns to Impact and says, "The operation is concluded.
What do you do?
He is fine. All vitals are fine."
That's good. Can I see him?
1 second, and you hear from inside, "Yes, he can see him." From the doctor.
I go inside.
Okay. Sure enough, there he is. He looks fine. He doesn't look too stressed. He's still face down. He has a brand new implant on the back of his neck, which is surrounded by some, red tissue, not like bloody, but like somewhat inflamed. The doctor is like gently kind of misting it and then, dabbing it.
Is he awake?
Yeah, our boy did. I think he's gonna wake up here. I'll initiate the program, and she taps something into her tablet, and Chameleon wakes up.
Oh, I know karate.
You still in there?
Oh, who's that?
You don't remember me.
Oh, come down a little closer.
It's me, Tank.
Oh, you're not Tank.
See, you're fine.
You're too pretty to be Tank.
How'd it go? Did they do the thing?
Wait. Wait. I can't. Oh my gosh, come a little closer. I don't think I can't feel anything below my neck. Oh, come a little closer. Come here.
Impact leans closer.
And then all of a sudden, Chameleon pops up. Bah! Gotcha.
Why?
Because why not?
All right. Light activity.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me know if there's any problems. Once your licenses come down, the engineers can help you calibrate.
Okay, great.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And the doctor told me she did like a full workup. She did an IQ test. It came back negative. And then I don't remember what the other was. But apparently it's really
That doesn't
easy
surprise me. You can't remember anything. I'm going to go eat.
Fine.
See you later.
All right. When you get to kind of the makeshift dining hall that you guys have now, Bandwidth is there looking at some data on a tablet.
Oh, hey, Bandwidth. My operation. Look.
Oh, hey. Went well?
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. I got to read a manual.
Yeah, you can get some good information there. But yeah, I think you'll really like it once you have the opportunity to really give it a spin.
Yeah, I can't wait to check in and see what my capabilities are. Impact was there too. I mean, not in the manual, but he was hanging out.
Yeah. I guess rest up. Coffee's pretty good today.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a little something and then probably go back to my room and just rest.
Yeah. It is not difficult. You eat something and you put your head down and you immediately fall asleep.
Thinking of getting some rest. Impact may possibly try and head over to see if maybe he can warn the two people who should be on light duty that the doctor is no longer engaged.
Okay. You find your way to the mech hangar. Inside, there are 4 people that are covered in various fluids, getting some goopy chunks out of some boxes and moving them into tanks.
Well, that's not what I expected.
Yeah, this is not light activity. Those chunks look heavy. Also sharp. There's definitely just like a big bike scoot looking thing that is just like probably tipped over and just dug itself right into the concrete.
What in the world is all this?
Oh, perfect. Impact. Grab that. Move that over there. Take this. Move it over here. Immediately just start telling him what to do.
Okay. He starts complying, but he also, I want to let you guys know.
Duari throws you some gloves. Wear gloves. They're sharp.
Okay. Listen, I want to let you guys know that Chameleon's out of surgery, which means that Chameleon's surgeon is out of surgery. And
Yeah.
maybe you wouldn't like seeing all the heavy lifting, maybe?
Huh? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Dr. Bees takes a seat in the corner to just watch.
Yep. I've been here the whole time doing the heavy lifting. Totally. So if anybody asks, actually, they'll probably ask Absab, who won't lie. So, whichever.
Oh. Well, then, I guess once you've fought your way past the claws, you're just going to have to deal with the whole creature. So, I'll just keep on.
These are your big uns, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, this is some pieces from them. Mostly central nervous tissue that control the different limbs, we'll say.
Yeah. Is there a word for horrible and awesome all at once?
I mean,
Mostly the classic.
unfortunately, it used to be awesome. right? It's like words that used to mean that have gotten watered down, like awesome or like terrific, right? Like
Right.
now those are just normal words that people use. So yeah, unfortunately there used to be, but maybe there aren't anymore.
Yeah,
Like awe-inspiring maybe has taken over that sort of thing
could
of
be.
like cool and terrible.
Gross and yet amazing.
Yeah, this might be more along the lines of Lovecraftian.
Deep cut. Well played.
Yeah, we do have quite a few old texts from Cradle.
I gotta say, you guys are kind of all about the cradle stuff, huh?
It's important to keep in contact with your roots. If you don't keep that contact, then it's hard to stay grounded.
I get it. Gotta get me some of them. Some of them roots.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You know.
it's like
How I grew up.
I remember my mom always saying, "Grow where you're planted."
I like that. These are terrible, by the way.
Yeah, aren't they? They're gonna be so great.
So you're going to put them in your mech,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to be in the mech with them.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna touch them.
Wait, why am I touching? Okay, wait, gloves. Yeah, I'm good.
That's why you're supposed to wear the gloves.
Yeah, I know.
No, these are just gonna be controlling some autonomous. What do we want to call them? Maybe grappling appendages. Yeah, they're
Grabbers.
yeah, they control some smaller limbs that are intended to bring we'll say food towards the mouth of the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And they will do that repeatedly with whatever they get a hold of. And instead of a mouth, it'll just be me. I mean, well, my mech.
Not me. Not you personally, yeah.
Yeah. And that brings them into range of all the various weaponry that I like to pack.
That is cool, yeah. It's like they say, there are 5 methods of mech piloting.
Mm-hmm. Who says that?
Oh, yeah, every time they put a brain implant in, it's fine.
Huh.
I don't.
That sounds like corporate advertising.
Oh, absolutely. But, you can't necessarily always get away from it. And sometimes, if you get the right advertising at the right time and the right people see it.
It's a discipline thing, says Dwari.
It is?
Not like not like martial arts type discipline. I mean, it's a school of thought thing.
Ah.
It's useful if you're starting out, but definitely basically everybody uses some sort of hybrid system. Like almost no one uses one specific mech piloting track.
Mm-hmm. And the ones that do are generally really, really weird.
Yeah, if you ever meet someone when we get yours down, you're probably going to be very haptic, but we'll still have some macros, and then we do have to spend some time making sure that your, what I want to say, weird and very strange interfaces actually work with the systems.
Oh yeah, they're made to be.
Even you are not gonna go full haptic. So,
well, you never go full haptic.
No.
But sorry, this one just moved in a very weird way, and I'm very, very unhappy about it. I'm going to put it in this tank, and I'm going to forget that I was ever here because, oh my God, that's gross.
Oh, it was just trying to be friendly, introduce you to its teeth.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the teeth aren't still attached.
Or ovipositor.
Yeah.
They both come out of the same hole.
I'm thinking ovipositor, and that's just, that's pretty much the last I ever want to say that word. So, got that going for me.
Oh man, Dr. Bees. Somebody just said ovipositor over there.
It wasn't even ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Bees is almost immediately back up there, taking a look at the bit that almost bit Impact.
Yeah, the bitey bit. I was going to say, haven't you seen all this stuff before? Isn't your mech like 40% bees or something?
Yeah, bees, not biggins.
I mean, if it's yellow and striped, it's a monster. It's just a question of scale at that point.
Yes, and there's not a lot of things that function at this scale that I have easy access to until today.
Right. I should introduce you to my friend Titania.
If we ever run into her, I'm definitely mentioning that comment.
Oh, she knows. She's heard it.
Go put that in that tank.
All right.
While Bandwidth is still looking at some data, Zab's hologram materializes close to him. Hello, Bandwidth.
Oh, hey, Abzab, what's going on?
I was wondering if it would be good or friendly if I send Chameleon some messages so that he can decide whether he is going to field them through his implant or through his devices.
You might ask him next time you see him in person if he would want to try that, but it could be a nice way to get used to the interface and all that.
Yes, I was thinking of sending him a piece of music that I found on the OmniNet.
Yeah, he might like that. But like I said, I'd probably just ask him in person before doing that. Just when you happen to see him.
Yes, ask first. I understand. And he whoop.
Kind of curious about the music.
You can ask him. He can hear you.
Why not go ahead and send me that file? I'll give it a listen too.
Very well. It is my favorites that I have found so far. Sure enough, just immediately bloop, you get a thing for the song or for the music.
Yeah. Go find a comfy place to sit down and listen, take a little break.
You listen to it and it says sample track 3, and then it fades up and it's like a guitar. It was like da na 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 na. That's it.
All right.
Very clearly, he just found a sample track from some music collection that you can buy or something, and that's his new favorite piece of music.
Well, everyone's got to start somewhere.
Could be worse.
I'm almost expecting it to be elevator music or something.
I mean, it was pretty mellow.
Yeah.
All right. While you guys are variously working on stuff, you all get messages saying that there's going to be a mission briefing, tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, basically. Along with it, you see that also each of you gets a separate message that says basically your licenses have been cleared and are now ready to print.
Critical Hit is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC, and is produced and edited by me, Stephen Schleicher. If you have thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, drop us an email at podcast@majorspoilers.com. If you want to discuss Critical Hit with other Critical Hit fans, be sure to join the Major Spoilers Discord. Join it for free. There's a link in the show notes. Get into that Critical Hit channel. Talk to your heart's content. If you're looking for character sheets, we've got those too. Point your browser to patreon.com/Major Spoilers.
This podcast is copyright 2026 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.